I did everything right. So why am I here? Have you ever felt like you did everything right, but you still ended up somewhere unexpected? Are you at a point in your life where you didn't think you'd be? Hello? I did everything right. I got the degrees. I followed the path. And somehow I ended up overeducated and underemployed. And you know what? For a long time, I really thought that meant I failed. And I am tired of apologizing for it. Yes, I have a master's degree in psychology. Yes, I teach as an adjunct, part-time. I got into the game late. I didn't do that until I was like 47. So thinking I failed is a big theme that I'm really tired of repeating. So the big reason why I keep beating myself up is I also work as a manager in retail, full-time, and I do the adjunct thing part-time. But you know what? I really like it. If I'm being honest, it's probably not the life I'd envisioned I'd have. I really thought when I got my master's degree that I would be in some fancy office teaching that, but the bitter truth was it didn't qualify me for much of anything. Yes, I love teaching. I really do like it, but as I said, I got in the game late, and it's hard to get tenured or get full-time when you didn't get your degree until your late 40s. So for a long time, I had this quiet little voice that kept saying, Leslie, you're not living up to your potential. Look at what everybody else is doing. You should be further along. And that little voice is comparison. And I'm tired of it. Honestly, I am tired of defending myself for the reason I chose peace over ambition. And there were a lot of reasons. The main one being I took a few years off to stay at home with my son, who was really struggling at the time. And I'm not going to apologize for that. It did set me back career-wise. But I'm at the point now where peace is more important than ambition ever was. So on this channel, Minding the Crap, we talk about, comparison. Oh, look at how well Diane's doing. She has grandchildren. She has a great job. She travels. I don't know her. For all I know, she has an issue that she doesn't talk about. So comparison. The next one is regret. I'm not going to live with regret anymore. I'm going to be proud of my choices. I chose peace over ambition. So Minding the Crap is all about comparison, regret, ambition, and peace. And today I want to delve into comparison. So comparison is sneaky because it makes you question your entire life. It doesn't care that you chose peace. It doesn't care that you walked away from career burnout, that you couldn't do it anymore. It doesn't care that you survived things no one saw and no one heard about and you don't talk about. It just whispers, look at them, they're doing more. Oh my God, they're earning more. They're becoming more. And suddenly, you know what, your life just feels smaller. And like I said, this is my path. I'm not going to apologize for being overeducated and underemployed. I like my little work family. They've been a huge help to me. And I like the fact that I have a 5-minute commute to work. I like the girls I work with. I like the fact that I don't have to take anything home on the weekend and do major projects. I don't have to stress about that. I leave it all there. So I didn't fail. I pivoted. And you can learn from this too. Instead of comparing yourself, if you've been looking for a job for umpteen years like I did, and you've got most of what you put out there, you get absolutely no response. And if you do get a response, it's, well, we've chosen someone a little more qualified than you. And part of it's also aging. When you get over 50 and you're looking for a job, honestly, you're just not a candidate anybody really wants. So I stepped out of a system that didn't feel right for me. And yes, along with that came less status, less money, less validation. But you know what? It also came with a lot more breathing space, a lot more presence, and just a lot more me. So the moral of the story is, for anyone out there who feels like they missed the career boat, like they're underemployed, forget about it. Comparison only hurts when you're measuring yourself against a path that you no longer want. You're allowed to choose peace. I'm allowed to choose peace, and that's what I chose. And, just let that land for a minute. And there's a lot of good reasons to be underemployed. Peace is the biggest one for me. I don't have to worry about ambition and climbing the ladder. I can focus on what I want to focus on. And don't get me wrong, I haven't fully let go of the comparison bug. It still gets me when I get on social media and see people that are so successful and they've got this huge retirement fund and they're doing so wonderful. And yes, am I happy for them? Yes. Am I feeling a little bit embarrassed? Yes. So if you're sitting there thinking you should be further along, you're not where you're supposed to be, I just want to say this. Maybe you didn't fall behind. Maybe you just stepped off a path that wasn't meant for you. So instead of asking, why am I not there yet? Ask yourself, do I even want to be there? And that's what minding the crap is really all about. Looking at comparison, regret, ambition, letting all that crap go, and choosing peace, choosing a life where it's a little more low-key, a little more relaxed, a little gentler, honestly. And that's really where I want to be. And so don't beat yourself up anymore. If you're living a life that you didn't think you'd be living, I get it. I'm right there with you. And we're going to talk about this together. And the next episode, we're going to talk about regret and why that is such a bad thing when it comes to living in the present moment. So if you are overeducated, underemployed, feeling guilty about I should be further in life, I get it. I'm right there with you. And we're going to continue to talk about this and mind the crap.